Hello, super nerd friends. Welcome to Tuesday. This is Becky, and this is going to be a decently long vlog like mine usually are. I had a lot of things that I just wanted to talk about, kind of like story time, even before Alexis asked her question, so it's just going to be kind of a reminiscing vlog like that. Oh, first, this is the shirt that Joanna got me. It's Baker Street Smile. See, it has like the silhouettes, and then it has the big smiley face, and the wallpaper is skulls. They modified the wallpaper so it could be awesome, and I love it. It's a bit furry because I was hugging Sam, and I also washed it with my duvet cover, which was covered in cat hair, and also turned my pillowcase pink. So that was bad planning on my part. But yes, what did my parents have me do when I was little? It's a good question. I don't actually know. I never had a babysitter. Never went to, except Melissa, maybe once or twice. Never went to camp until 6th grade. Never did a sport until 6th grade, and that was volleyball. Never did Girl Scouts. Never went to Disneyland. Went to Minnesota when I was in kindergarten. Mostly it was playing with my neighbors, with my sister when I was really little. We just kind of did everything together. My mom was just talking last night. Oh, it was so cute when you two were little. Joanna would always try to keep up with Becky because Becky was walking. And at that point, I guess I was still Rebecca, because I didn't go by Becky until, I think, like preschool. But yeah, I mean, over the summers, like starting in kindergarten, we went camping for a week every summer. We took our cat the first time. That is a funny story. It did not go well. I ended up having to use my parents' sleeping bag because he soiled mine. My dad drove our cat back the next day, so he was only with us for one night there. That was Jake, that was not Sam. You guys don't know much about Jake, but he was not very nice most of the time, and our house still smells bad because of him. Also, on most summers, we moved our grandparents a lot. Sorry! I left the bathroom door open downstairs and Hannah started eating the litter again. Oops. Pretty much, we didn't travel very much because we were always, like, taking care of our grandparents. They were always in and out of the hospital. My grandpa, because of emphysema or whatnot, and my other grandpa and my grandma, and so, many summers we would just go up to Bellevue pretty much every day. My sister and I would be bored. At first it was at our grandparents' house, so that was cool, but then it was, you know, at the retirement center or at their apartment, and I guess that's where we watched most of our cartoons, because we didn't have cable here, so we watched a few cartoons. I read a lot, but really mostly it was playing with our neighbors. And when we got, I don't know, mid-late elementary school, we would do like lip-syncing to the Lizzie McGuire soundtrack and other songs, and we would like do moves and choreograph it. That was, of course, my, not me who planned all that. That was our neighbor Erin. It was her 21st birthday yesterday. So we got her an anthology of Edward Gorey. We had brooms. We played with brooms a lot. We did like broom Olympics. I couldn't tell you what was involved with that, but there were many things that we like, twirling them and vaulting, and we loved snow cones. I mentioned a little while ago that we did scavenger hunts for each other. We played baseball in the cul-de-sac a lot. We were horrible at it. Sometimes we had water balloon fights. They had a really awesome 2-story clubhouse. And so we would take popsicles in there, and there were stains on the floor, and they had a set of monkey bars. I was never good at monkey bars. But like there was like the lower level was bigger than the top level, and there was a ladder that led between them, and there was a slide, and then you could like stand on the roof outside, and then you could go up to the higher roof, and so we had lots of fun with that. We pretended to be the four elements mostly because there were four of us, and we would mash up leaves on a rock and turn it green. That was like our daily ritual. Was first thing we had to do was turn the rock green. One time I made a periscope and we spied on their dad through their window because he had a friend over and we were like all scared of him. So I made, we were, for Aaron's 21st birthday we were over there, and so we were reminiscing on the good old days, which made us feel kind of old. But I took a toilet paper roll onto a wrapping paper roll onto another toilet paper roll and put the mirrors in there so that you could look out and see through the top. I was really proud of myself for that. We did like a news show where you would pretend to just talk about random news, and we would interview people, and then we'd have one person who was like watching this and they'd change the channel when they got bored. So I did a lot of improv. Unrelated to my neighbors, Melissa played piano, so we had an upright piano, and as you were in the entryway, that was the back of the piano, so the piano was very, very loud right there. But I remember I never played piano at all. And then when Melissa moved, or eventually she took the piano and she just sold it today. So that's kind of sad. Good memories. I wish I could play piano. Wow, see, and just with that, this is already a long video. So, not related to memories, I suppose. I have watched The Avengers. I have. Once with Joanna in theaters recently. It was a little while ago. It was closer to when it first came out. I don't remember when. But my parents haven't seen it, and I really want to see it again. And I was watching this fan vid, and I read one fan fiction of The Avengers. I don't know, the more time I spend on Tumblr, the more of a fan I become of The Avengers, and I really want my parents to see it, because, you know, seeing something again with someone who hasn't seen it, it's always more exciting, and I don't know, then we can talk about it with, my parents are kind of like my only friends other than Joanna these days, so I want to be able to talk about it with them, even if, I'm sure they'll like it, because they've seen all the other movies, except the Hulk. But yes, it's, The Avengers, This Is War. It's a really, really good, it's not great quality, but it's a wonderful fan vid, and I've watched it like 3 times today, and it makes me want to cry every time. It's so good. But I'm the only one in the house who actually likes Loki, who likes Tom Hiddleston. And you guys know, Alexis especially, I don't love Tom Hiddleston, definitely not as much as Alexis does, definitely not as much as I love Benedict Cumberbatch. But I'm the only one in the house who kind of likes him, so I think that's increasing my fondness for him. And then I saw Loki in the fan vid, and I was like, Loki! So I'm being converted into a Loki Hiddleston fangirl. Congratulations, you guys, on your dieting. That is wonderful for you guys. I guess my casually eating well is not working, because I'll like casually eat well for a week and then casually not eat well, and so nothing happens. In theory, like, I eat really healthy, but in practice, I get bored and I eat. So, like Haley's job thing, I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm gonna try harder now. Yes. Oh, okay, back to reminiscing. Alexis, you were talking about the foods that you loved. Or that reminds you of childhood. Yes, I remember the Cuisinart little penguin guy. My mom would get those sometime when Dad was out of town, and we would sit and watch a Disney movie. And yeah, the mashed potatoes were horrible. And the pudding was good. Sometimes it had little sprinkles you could put on. Mostly I remember the mashed potatoes were really bad. And peanuts. Like, I haven't eaten shelled peanuts in ages. But when we went camping, we would, I guess, have shelled peanuts. Or like when we went in the car on like road trips, oftentimes we would bring peanuts. And we used to feed the squirrels in our backyard before we got rats, and we fed them, you know, shelled peanuts, and my dad would always like crack a few of them open. That wasn't very long ago though, so they were unsalted, so they weren't the best. But yeah, peanuts, good times. Joanna's at Wild Waves right now, so we're gonna go pick her up, which is why I'm doing this now, because if I don't, it'll be late when we get back. I was going to finish my essay. Again, see, last essay, and I really was gonna have it done before I did this, but of course not. So it's, I'm on the 3rd page. I have 802 words. I've been working on it most of the day. I will have it done soon. I was gonna have it done today and then we could watch Avengers, but the only Avengers showing today is like at 10:40. That would work because we're picking up Joanna and eating dinner and stuff. And then I was like, okay, well then we can watch it tomorrow, but no, we're going to Summer Sunsets tomorrow at church. And there's... So, sometime. The Avengers, though, won't be a good motivator, I guess, because you know, I could take until Thursday to finish this, and we'd still get to watch the Avengers, so hopefully, in any case, I will have it done today. We will see, though. About movies, I guess. I mentioned Third Star in my last video. I've watched Third Star twice since I made that video, because I love it. It's not my favorite movie, but and I know Alexis doesn't really trust my opinions on things that are good and things that I love, because I love them too much, and she's like, it's not that good, just stop. But it makes me so happy and so sad, and its cinematography is wonderful, and all the characters are beautiful, and I guess that's about all I have to say. If I were to ask a question to you guys, it would be, what is, okay, I'll tell the story. I don't know why I thought of this, but Joanna and I, like in church, they do like the passing of the peace, and so we have this weird handshake. It's like a Tanzanian handshake, and then we like snap our fingers, like but like on the other. I can't do it, so but you just like snap your finger on the other person's hand. Anyway, so we do that, but it used to be when we would do that, we didn't like when we hated each other. We didn't want to, you know, like siblings do. We wouldn't touch each other's hands. We would just like shake hands, but like not touch. So that's just how I was used to doing handshakes. So one time in middle school, in gym, of all times, there were these 2 older guys from the grade above, and they came up to me and they're like, hey, like, my friend would really like to meet you or something, and so he held out his hand, and you know, I didn't shake it. I put my hand next to his and did the air shake, and oh my gosh, and I was just, you know, smiling, like, oh yeah, hi, and then I just walked away, and they were like, so I'm simultaneously really embarrassed of that and really proud of it too, because, you know, boys in middle school, pranks and gym, and so I don't really know what that was. I'm pretty sure they didn't actually want to meet me, but I just made them think that I was completely out of my mind crazy. So I'm kind of proud of that. So I don't know if there's a thing you're simultaneously embarrassed and proud of from your childhood or any time. Embarrassing stories are always good. So, I don't know, that kind of thing. Yes, do tell. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I guess this is me being done. See, I still have a lot of things I didn't say, like I keep popping my sternum. When I lean back and stretch, it pops right there, and then my back hurts for like an hour afterwards. I wasn't too concerned with that, but I'm kind of thinking that's maybe not a good thing. Because yeah, I don't think there aren't really joints in your chest that are supposed to pop. Yeah, okay. Actually, I'll just, you know, keep talking, because I can. This is gonna go, like, over 15 minutes. But I was downstairs last night at, like, 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was a ginormous earwig. And earwigs are my least favorite bugs. I love bugs. I loved bugs when I was little. My mom thought I would be an entomologist. But earwigs are the ones that spiders can be really cute and endearing. But earwigs just gross me out a lot. What is your favorite bug and your least favorite bug? Okay, and with that, goodbye. I will talk to you guys later.